to uphold the los sacrificios que hicieron mis papás al llegar a este país, todos los sacrificios de cada inmigrante en este país, porque somos nosotros los que ayudamos a construir este país, a que los desarrolladores hagan su dinero. Somos nosotros los que tenemos que luchar por un país que de verdad refleje nuestros valores, el sudor de nuestras frentes, que se respete el trabajo que hemos hecho en este país. So Nevada, we need you to caucus. We need you to vote early. We need you to bring your abuela. We need you to bring your tío. We need you to bring your best friend. We need you to bring your lover. And make sure that we do everything we can. Leave no door unlocked. Leave no stone unturned until we have Bernie Sanders as our president. Bernie, 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 Bernie. And I'm going to change a little chant that I heard earlier. We're going to say, se vive, se siente, Bernie es presidente. Se vive, se siente, Bernie es presidente. Se vive, se siente, Bernie es presidente. All right. So before I let you go, I want to invite you all to take out your cell phones, just like this one. They look like this. All right. And if you would be so kind to open up your text messages and put in the number 52886-52886. If you could text road to the number 2 Bernie, road to Bernie at 52886. So you can stay in touch with all of us and continue to build this national movement for working people, and know when it is that we need you to come out, how it is that you can help, how you can do your part to make sure that every single one of us can finally enjoy a country that works for all. Are you with me? Great. So, thank you so much for having me up here. I don't want to overstay my welcome, but I do want to say from the bottom of my heart that it's so wonderful to see in this state so much diversity, not only as a whole, but in this movement, because it really does speak to everything that we're trying to build. Not for Bernie, but with Bernie. And that to me is the biggest deal. Because I have to tell you, as a mother concerned about ending the schools to prison pipeline, as a mother who is concerned about what our future holds in terms of a workforce for our kids, it really does matter who is making the decisions in that Oval Office. And we need the person there to understand, to hear our voices, to understand our struggles, and deliver for us, the working people, and not the billionaires who must pay their fair share. So una vez más, make sure that you are texting Road to Bernie at 52886. And, well, let's get ready for the rest of the show so that we can hear from Bernie himself. Thank you so much for having me, Nevada.
Hi, my name is Diana Diaz. I am a member leader of the Housing Justice Committee of Make the Road Nevada. Here in Nevada, across the country, we're organizing for a home where our community can thrive. In 2017, I was working for McDonald's for $8.75 an hour with a college degree. I lost my job that May and was evicted in September. I reached out to the county social services and was given the runaround. From there, I reached out to my state representatives. I given minimum aid to pay for rent and electricity. I had no way of making it with that. The help was insufficient. I was out on the streets, sleeping near a church or the courtyard, a homeless shelter that can sum up in one word: a dump. It was outdoors, unsanitary, and unsafe. I spent 2 years out in the street. I can tell you from my experience that we need affordable housing, and we need to treat suffering for homelessness like humans, not pests. Anybody can be homeless from any kind of emergency. That's why I believe in the future of this country, where we have a stable, affordable place to live. I believe in this country we have freedom to stay in our homes or to move without discrimination or fear. We need to stop these corporations from parasiting profits over people. Today we are joined by Senator Bernie Sanders, who's running for president on a bold, powerful, affording housing platform. He has called for a national rent control, building 10 million permanent affordable homes, combating gentrification, displacement, and ending homelessness. Today, we will early vote for a candidate who's fighting alongside us and who's invested in our movement. In Nevada, we brought neighbors together to advocate for changes we need to see in our community. Bernie Sanders believes in this organization, these relationships that will build a better future for all. We will continue to fight for our freedom to stay here in Las Vegas, and we will fight for the champion in the White House like Bernie Sanders.
Good morning, everyone. My name is ERIKA MARQUEZ. I am a 32-year-old. I am a DACA recipient and a member leader of Make the Road Nevada Action. I was born in León, Guanajuato, Mexico. And at the age of 3, my parents made the hard choice of moving to the US, where I migrated and crossed the desert with my pregnant mother in hopes for the American dream. We arrived at McDonald's in Tijuana, I still remember, and started our new life in Southgate, California, eventually moving to Paramount. That's where I first realized that I needed to work hard on my education if I wanted to be someone. I worked very hard, and I was one of 3 students in my school to receive a full ride scholarship to UC Dominguez Hills to become a math teacher. I felt so fortunate being the eldest in my family to graduate high school and to have the opportunity to go to college. Being eligible for scholarships was very difficult because every application requested a social security number, and being undocumented, I was not able to provide one, except for the scholarship that I did receive. Unfortunately, due to the injustice at the time, the university kicked me out and my scholarship was taken away because I couldn't provide the school with the social security number in a timely manner. At this point, I felt I had no choice but to marry and then become a wife. My husband at that time decided we needed to move to Vegas in 2007, where I had to find side jobs where I wouldn't get paid fair wage, worked in horrible conditions like no AC, no benefits, no breaks, and risk of getting robbed and even physically hurt. In 2014, my life took a turn thanks to DACA. Bigger and better opportunities arose, including getting a well-paid job that offered benefits and being able to obtain a driver's license. In 2017, many changes occurred in my life, more including getting divorced and fearing not being able to become documented here in the US. At this time, Trump removed the new DACA applications and made a major mistake with the renewals, where I became at risk of losing my DACA. Fortunately, after every storm, a rainbow comes out. I met a wonderful man whom I married, and after many years of struggling, trying to be a mom, our rainbow baby came into this world. This wouldn't have been possible without the health benefits that I worked for and received with my work. This wouldn't have, as a mother of soon-to-be 2 children and being undocumented, I cannot understand the horrible decision this administration has made by putting kids in cages, by separating families, and the constant attack our community of color gets. In 2019, we fell into injustice once more, and I was unfairly fired from my job after having my son. Funds became very limited, and affording my DACA renewal seemed near impossible. We thankfully met with Make the Road Nevada and was granted a scholarship to renew my DACA, and this leads me here now. I am one of the many leaders that Make the Road Nevada Action has. And I'm here to express the difference a great president can make. This is why Bernie Sanders is important, because he has fought and continues to fight for people like myself. And even though I am undocumented and not eligible to caucus or vote for Bernie, it is important for us to go out and make a difference by sharing our knowledge to people that can caucus, by letting them know and knocking on doors and going and making sure that we do phone banking. I want you now to take out your phone. I know we've been asking you, but please take out your phone. It is very important for you guys to text Road to Bernie to 52886. Once again, we can all make a difference in many different ways, be it by canvassing, phone banking, or as simple as sharing with our family and neighbors that can vote to go out there and get Trump out and bring Bernie in. Thank you.
buenos días a todos. ¿Cómo están? Ok, mi nombre es Angélica Romero. Yo soy miembro de Make a Road Action. Ok. Para mí es la primera vez que voy a votar. Emigré hace 27 años from Guadalajara, México, y fueron 10 años de espera. En 1994 yo apliqué para mi residencia. En el 2004 yo recibí mi residencia. Y también en el 2017 yo tuve el privilegio de poder aplicar para mi ciudadanía. Y finalmente en el 2019 yo tuve mi ciudadanía. Y para mí es un privilegio poder ejercer mi voto y votar. Y por eso yo quiero pedirles a todos ustedes que hagamos ese derecho de poder votar y que le demos una voz a todas estas personas que estamos aquí y que están aquí con nosotros, que no tienen el privilegio de votar, y salgan. Y nuevamente yo quiero recordarles, como mis compañeras, que por favor saquen sus teléfonos y manden el texto de Road to Bernie al 52886. Por favor, háganlo. Y pues nuevamente, muchísimas gracias. Es un privilegio poder participar y ser primera vez votante, porque estamos aquí y no nos vamos. ¿Se puede o no se puede? ¡Sí se puede!
¿Cómo estamos, mi gente? ¿Se puede o no se puede? ¿Se puede o no se puede? How's everyone here in Las Vegas doing? Hello, my name is Jose Macias. I am a founding organizer of Make the Road Action. I am so honored to be speaking on stage today. As an alumni at this school, from this school, I walked these hallways. I remember eating lunch in this cafeteria while thinking about my dream as a 16-year-old. We're also in the same community that I grew up. I had my first job in this community, one that I am honored to have grown and developed into over the years. I am proud to say I have been a community organizer for over 10 years. I have the privilege of empowering my neighbors to stand up for the working class, youth, immigrant families, and our community, people who I love and respect so much. We come in so many shapes and colors. I've knocked on doors. I've listened to other stories from my neighborhood. This community doesn't just care about immigration. We care about the possibility to have a job that pays a living wage, have access to health care, no matter of their immigration status, a safe home that's affordable for their families, to live in a just society where they are respected, have dignity, and a place that can be a strong community. We all know that having a safe home is crucial to having a happy family. Unfortunately, this is also the community I've been evicted due to Nevada not having enough law that protects tenants. This is also the same community where most jobs that are available don't pay a living wage. The same community where our schools have never really been invested in. I personally lived the results of this broken system. In 2015, my family was separated, but not from a deportation. You see, my mother was an immigrant from Mexico City. She was a hardworking and loving human who put everyone first. When she was not working for the family, she was working for the community. She was a mother for everyone and a dream warrior. One day she went off to work feeling sick, and while working for a casino who didn't offer her health care benefits, she suffered a stroke and passed away. The system failed us. The system that made it hard, almost impossible for her to go to a doctor. The system that didn't allow her to make a living wage. The system that forced her to decide between going to work sick or paying rent. We need to change the system. We can't dream for less than a total overhaul. We need to work. We need to fight. So we can live in a society where we're all free to live, free to stay, to move, to work, and to transform. Senator Bernie Sanders fights for these freedoms. He fights for me. He fights for us. When he calls for Medicare for all, he really means for all regardless of immigration status. When he calls for a living wage, he means enough for everyone to not just survive, but to thrive. When he calls for housing justice, he means protecting not the wealthy landlords, but tenants, homeowners, and the homeless. He fights for me, and he fights for all. This is why I support Bernie Sanders, and why it is my honor to introduce today the next president of the United States, el candidato.
Thank you all. Thank you all for being here. Jose, thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. Let me thank Clave 702 for the music. State Senator Jessica Ramos for her remarks. Diana Diaz, ERIKA MARQUEZ, Angelica Romero, and Jose for all of their wonderful words. Brothers and sisters, this is what democracy looks like. Democracy is not candidates going to the homes of billionaires raising money. Democracy is not billionaires spending hundreds of millions of dollars trying to get elected. Democracy is when working people stand up, fight for justice, and when we bring our people together and participate in the political process. As all of you know, early voting in Nevada caucus begins today, and today we're going to show the world what democracy is about. We're going to march together right to the polling booth. Now, our campaign, as you know, and as the speakers have told you, it's about two fundamental issues. Number one, we will defeat the most dangerous president in the modern history of America. The American people will not re-elect a president who lies all of the time, who is running a corrupt administration, who is a racist, a sexist, a xenophobe, a homophobe, and a religious bigot. We have a president today who is trying to divide our people up based on the color of their skin or where they were born or their religion or their sexual orientation. We are going to win because we are doing exactly the opposite. We're bringing working people together. We're bringing our people together, black and white and Latino, Native American, Asian American, gay and straight. Our people are coming together for justice and dignity. And I want to thank I want to thank Make the Road for the great work they do. We don't need billionaires and super PACs when we have organizations like Make the Road. And I want to thank the Clark County Educational Association for their support. And I want to thank the Clark County Black Caucus for their support. We are in this together. But our job, as you know, is not only to defeat Trump. We have got to do more than that. We have got to tell the corporate elites, Wall Street, and the insurance companies, and the drug companies, and the fossil fuel industry, and the military-industrial complex, and the prison industrial complex, and the whole damn 1% that this country belongs to all of us, not just a few. And what our job, and you've heard previous speakers say this, we believe that in Nevada or in Vermont or any place in this country, if you work 40 hours a week, you should not live in poverty. Raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. And we believe in equal pay for equal work. Women should not make 80 cents on the dollar. And we believe in the trade union movement. We're going to make it easier for workers to join unions. And we believe that we must rebuild our crumbling infrastructure and build 10 million units of affordable housing. People in Nevada or Vermont should not have to pay 50% of their incomes for housing. 500,000 people should not have to sleep out on the streets. Let's put people to work at good wages building housing. And we know that the future of this country depends on a strong and great educational system. And that is why we believe in high-quality, comprehensive, and universal child care. It's why we are going to triple funding for low-income Title I schools so that all kids get a quality education. And it is why we're going to raise teachers' salaries all over this country. It's why we're going to make public colleges and universities tuition-free. And it's why we're going to tell Wall Street they're going to have to pay a speculation tax so we cancel all student debt in America. And we believe that health care is a human right for all people. We are going to take on the greed of the insurance companies and the drug companies, and we are going to pass a Medicare for all single-payer program. We are not going to continue to pay by far the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs. We're not going to continue a system in which we spend twice as much per person than do the people of any other country, and yet 87 million of us are uninsured or underinsured. 30,000 die each year because they don't get to a doctor on time, and 500,000 people go bankrupt because of medically related bills. We're going to end that system, guarantee health care to every man, woman, and child at significantly lower costs than they're paying today. And unlike Donald Trump, we know that climate change is real and is an existential threat to our planet. And that is why we support the Green New Deal, which will create up to 20 million good-paying union jobs as we transform our energy system away from fossil fuel to energy efficiency and sustainable energy. And under the Green New Deal, your electric bills in Nevada are going to go down because we are going to invest in solar energy, not fossil fuels. And we are sick and tired of Trump and his friends demonizing the undocumented. On day one, through an executive order, we will restore the legal status of the 1.8 million young people and their parents eligible for the DACA program. We will bring fundamental change to our border policy such that federal agents will never be snatching babies from the arms of their mothers. And together we will do what the American people want, and that is to pass comprehensive immigration reform and a path towards citizenship for the 11 million undocumented. And we are going to end a broken and racist criminal justice system. We are going to invest in our young people, in jobs and education, not more jails and incarceration. We are going to end private prisons and detention centers in America. Right now, today, some 400,000 people are in jail not having been convicted of anything. They're in jail because they can't afford bail. We're going to end cash bail in America. And we're going to end the war on drugs. On day one, through an executive order, we will be able to legalize marijuana in every state in this country. And we will also move aggressively to expunge the records of those arrested for the sale of marijuana. So brothers and sisters, here we are, 1 week away from the Nevada caucus in the most consequential election in the history, modern history of this country. And our job now is to bring out our friends and our neighbors to vote early, or at the latest to make sure they show up on caucus day, which is a week from today. As all of you know, we won the popular vote in Iowa. We won the New Hampshire primary. With your help, we're going to win here in Nevada. We are going together to win the Democratic nomination. And together, we are going to defeat Trump and transform this country. Thank you all very much.